Okay, everyone, bring it in. Let's pull this together. Come on.
Come on, guys, hurry. It's hot in this dress, and I need to stand in front of a fan.
Did you guys see the parking lot? It's busy out there. It's going to be a full house tonight.
Hey, well, that's a good sign for an opening night. So, is everyone doing okay?
My wife brought some friends that have never been to community theater before. Can you believe it? Never. Like, what have they been doing all these years?
Watching Netflix.
All right. I just heard back from the ticket desk. We're at 95% capacity, and they're flashing the lights in the lobby. This is good stuff. Tonight, I want us to start strong, team. Put our hearts into our roles and come out swinging for the fences. The key to a great opening night is timing, so no unnecessary delays and no dramatic pauses.
Unless the script calls for it.
True, but your script doesn't call for it, so let's keep it tight, everyone. Luke, don't stick your head out the curtain. That is so unprofessional. Okay, everyone, Christmas on 3. Are you ready?
Sorry. Just to be clear, it's 1, 2, 3, and then we say Christmas, or is it 1, 2, Christmas?
Seriously, Murray, this is not the first time we've done this. Come on, everyone, ready?
1, 2, Christmas!
Christmas!
Murray, you better not have jinxed us.
Just to be clear, it's not quite fair, really. And when you say Christmas on 3, it's a little vague, don't you think? Why don't you say Christmas after 2?
Okay, everyone, to your positions. Let's make this a great opening show. Let's go. Okay, Audrey, ready to go? Victor, Xander, John. All right, we're as ready as we're going to be. Cue narration.
Good evening and Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Cache Creek Community Theater's presentation of The Case of the Christmas Caper in Cache Creek. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. For the comfort of guests around you, please switch off all electronic devices. And now, sit back, relax, and on with the show.
Oh, good afternoon, madame. I dare say. Now that was a treacherous journey through the mountains to get here before dusk.
You must be Mr. Harrington. Indeed. Welcome to the Queen's Hotel, sir. Have you come all this way with only that luggage?
Oh, no, ma'am. Indeed, there's a young man out with the carriage and my fiancée as we speak. I convinced her to only bring the essentials for our little winter's getaway.
Oh, there you are, dear. My, isn't this a quaint little place?
Yes.
You were right. It is a bit rough around the edges, but I suppose that it will serve our purposes. I imagine this does give us a taste of the Wild West, as you'd hoped.
Yes, quite right, my little biscuits. What better a destination to elope than the mountains far, far from our homes?
Elope, sir?
Yes, quite right, dearie. We didn't want a large wedding, so we thought that this would be the perfect place to escape to be married. We're meeting with the good vicar tomorrow afternoon. But in the meantime, madam, we'll take 2 rooms, please, and we look forward to all your establishment has to offer.
I can appreciate your surprise, madame. This was hardly my first choice. But when we decided to elope, we had to forego all other plans for our nuptials for this.
I think you'll find, madam, that our rough-around-the-edges little hotel has a lot to offer, including a room with hot running water available for a nice smoothing bath, should you choose.
I do choose. That sounds marvelous. It has been quite the arduous journey, as I'm sure you can imagine. That and a hot drink would do me wonders. Tell me, what time is your tea service available?
Your timing cannot be more perfect. In 2 hours of time, we'll be serving tea and some very special holiday entertainment right here in our lobby. Let's show you to your rooms and allow you to freshen up, and then please join us when you're ready.
Thank you. Oh, darling, this is all so lovely. What a wonderful start to our impending marriage. The snow, the lights, the festivities, doesn't it make you just so full of good cheer?
I feel full of aches and pains. And the only thing that I would cheer for is a good hot bath. Please, would you be so kind? It is unbecoming for an engaged woman to have to carry her own bags, wouldn't you agree?
everyone. May the true joy of the season be upon you all. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Sing a new song, open up your heart. Let the world know, let the music start. Come on, sing out. Joy to the world. And everybody come from all around. Lift up your voice and make a joyful sound. Come on, sing out. Joy to the world. Yeah, yeah. He rules the world with truth and grace and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness and wonders of his love and wonders of his love. Sing a new song, open up your heart. Let the world know, let the music start. Come on, sing out. Joy to the world. Oh, everybody sing, yeah. Joy to the world. Sing it, joy. Joy to the world. Sing it, joy. Woo. Sing it, joy. Joy to the world. Sing it, joy. Joy to the world. Sing a new song, open up your heart. Let the world know, let the music start. Come on, sing out. Joy to the world. And everybody come from all around. Lift up your voice and make a joyful sound. Come on, sing out. Joy to the world. Sing a new song. Oh, come on, sing out. Joy to the world. Everybody sing. Come on, sing out. Joy to the world. Oh, joy to the world. Joy to the world.
Good to see you, good to see you. You're right on.
All right, everyone, good job. Scene one is done. So, how did the audience respond?
Oh, the audience is fine. I'm so nervous out there. Ah!
Do you see the guy with the blinking Rudolph sign in the fifth row on the right? So distracting.
Yeah, right? Did you see the lady in the balcony? She just kept sneezing over and over and over again 4 times in a row. It threw me off so much, I forgot a line.
Oh, hey, we got a bowl of green M&Ms. That makes me a diva now, right? That's awesome. And juice boxes and candy canes and fruitcake. Did you put this together for us, Brittany? Shh. Oh, don't shush me. They can't hear us on stage. Thank you, though. Hey, Murray, what you playing?
Little solitaire, just biding my time until my scene. Want to cheer me on?
Yeah, for sure.
You two, get out there. The scene is starting. Go, go, go.
And this is why I insist you speak to Mr. Cromwell, because I do not have the authority to give you Christmas off this year.
Oh, but I never get Christmas off, and I put in my time too. I will remind you.
Well, what can I do to convince him?
Well, for starters, you can get this lobby decorated in time for the afternoon tea. If you ever were to make a good impression, now's the time. But I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you.
Well, then make a good impression, I shall. But I could use some help. James, would you hold this for me, please?
Oh, I'll do my best, Miss Francis, but I am awful tired after carrying all that luggage in from the carriage through the cold, snow drifts, and icy winds.
Well, I never thought anyone as big and strong and handsome as yourself could ever grow tired.
Aw, shucks, Miss Francis, I couldn't let a pretty little thing like you get all worn out before Christmas now, could I? You a gambling lady, Miss Francis. Well, let me know if you up and change your mind. Me and the boys have a bit of a wager going as to why this couple eloped and came out here, of all places.
What are the stakes?
Steaks! Dinner, ma'am. Steak dinner. Winner gets a free steak dinner. We all gotta eat, and we don't like gambling for money.
In my humble opinion, they're just a couple in love that want to keep things simple.
Oh, no way. There has got to be a good story behind this. It's only a matter of time before we figure it out.
So where are you itching to go over Christmas this year, Miss Francis?
I want to go exactly where that young couple just ran away from. The big city. The bright lights, the motor cars, the hustle and bustle. That's where I want to be this Christmas.
The grass is always greener on the other side. Is that it, Francis?
More like the snow was always whiter on the other side of the mountains, eh?
I need a change. I need something different. Something big. I can't keep working in this hotel forever.
Well, this lobby needs something.
You mean you might not come back after Christmas?
Well, I'll go wherever the work will take me, James. You think working in this hotel part-time is gonna pay my bills? No, sir. There's something better out there for me. There's nothing keeping me in this small town, that's for sure.
Nothing, at all?
Oh, James, I mean, apart from my friends who care for me deeply,
Oh,
there's
I think we
no-
all know what you meant to say, Francis.
That just came out all wrong. I'm so sorry. I just need something more with my life.
Well, this lobby needs something more. A few more decorations, because you are running out of time. Tea begins in 1 hour, and you've got a long way to go if you want to impress Mr. Cromwell.
Oh, dear James, we can get this done quickly, right? You'll help me? Thank you. I won't forget you when I'm a big star on stage, I promise. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha!
Bells and bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh,
jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride. Soon this charming gem was seated by my side.
the horse was lean and lame. Misfortune seemed his life.
We got into a drifting bank, and then he got upside.
Upside.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the fields of white,
On this happy Christmas night,
off we go.
through the snow,
Bells are ringing.
we'll be singing jingle bell, jing jangle.
Jingle bell, jing jangle.
Jingle bell, jing jangle.
Jingle bell, jing jangle.
Jingle bell.
Jangle bell, all the way
In a one horse open sleigh.
And if you just join us over here and have a seat, you have an excellent view of the entertainment during tea.
This is all very lovely, Olivia. Thank you. Oh, this is so festive.
Will it be loud? I do prefer to drink my tea in silence.
No, madam. At least I've not heard that they're loud. But if they are, they're loud in a very good way, if you know what I mean. Pray tell, do you like your rooms?
Oh, yes, Olivia, thank you. What a splendid view. The snow-covered mountains are simply stunning. Why, tomorrow, I think maybe we'll go do some exploring, yes? Maybe go for a hike? Huh, Crumpet?
Hiking?
Yes.
In this cold weather?
Yes.
I did not leave the city to spend a week freezing outdoors. You can do whatever you like, darling, but I plan on sitting by the fireplace with a good book. You do have a fireplace, don't you?
Of course, madam. A double-sided one, actually, with nice overstuffed leather chairs and a lovely view of the valley.
Oh, that does sound lovely. However, line?
However, our plan was not just to get away, but to get away together, my little turtle dove.
However, our plan was not just to get away, but to get away together, my little turtle dove.
Then perhaps Olivia could be of service and recommend a good book so that we can read together.
Together.
Oh dear, that's the second time in 2 scenes that Elliot has forgotten a line.
It's not like him to have a bad case of opening night jitters.
Maybe the lady in the balcony has photoptomorsis.
What?
Oh, I just Googled it. It's a very rare and unusual sneezing disorder. You don't want to trust me on this.
Yeah. Okay, is everyone here? Yeah, we're here. Great, everybody has their microphones? Good, you all look really great. But wait a second, it's 2016 here, but it's 1916 through there. Take off that watch. Oh, yeah, and where is Bernie?
Bernie! Bernie!
Where is Bernie? Bernie, where were you?
In the bathroom.
Why does everyone always have to go to the bathroom right before we go on stage? You singers are gonna make me go gray prematurely, you know that. Okay, well that's your cue. Head on stage. Remember, quietly. Right.
And with that, I think we can agree that tomorrow's afternoon activities will suit both of you.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent. We do aim to please. Oh, yes?
They're ready for you.
Thank you, James. And on that note, pardon the pun, we are very pleased to offer the special Christmas entertainment for today's afternoon tea. Would you please give a very warm welcome to the Mistletoe Quartet.
Ready, boys? Ready.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight you'll see is the holly that will be on your old front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that will talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Dan. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will ring, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that will talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen.
Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door.
Now head back to the green room and get some food and get some rest.
Hey, you nervous, Murray?
Nope, not at all. Just want to make sure I'm ready for my big moment when it comes.
No, that's quite a lot of work for just a few lines. That doesn't bother you?
No. I mean, every role and every line's important. Besides, I got all my friends around me. It's better than sitting at home watching TV, right?
Sarah, go, go, go. Your scene is up.
So how did the afternoon tea go? Did Mr. Cromwell come? Did he see the decorating?
Well, the tea and the concert were great, but
Mr. Cromwell still didn't come.
what if he had? I'm sure he would have found the decorating near as purty as you are, Miss Frances.
Well, where are our new mysterious guests?
Mr. Harrington is desperately trying to find another book in the library, and the bride-to-be is taking a nap in her room. And let me remind you that not everybody who elopes has a secret to hide. I think this wager of yours is just a waste of time.
Well, I was about to go chop some firewood before dinner, but
But I think instead you ought to.
Oh my gosh! My pearls have been stolen! They are a priceless family heirloom! Somebody help!
When did this happen?
Just now, I was awoken by a noise, and I sat up to see a thief in my room. He ran out with my precious pearls in his hand. I didn't see his face. He jumped out my window. He's running away. Help! Help! Oh, dear. Go help. There he is.
careful. So is everyone okay?
All good.
No concussions? No broken bones? Okay, good to hear, guys. Thanks for everything. So head back to the green room, get some food, and relax for now, okay? See you soon. All right.
Doing that.
Those stuntmen are made out of rubber, I'm sure of it. Whew.
Please just tell me those chairs were movie props, right?
Well, they'd better be. Our insurance company wouldn't have it any other way.
Gotta love stuntmen. Where can I get some? I could use a few around the house. So this scene almost over?
Yep, they're all exiting and should be intermission.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to the green room and get some real food. I need to get some carbs in me to keep my energy level up for my big moments, you know?
Before you do, though, Murray, I gotta ask, does Sarah seem all right to you?
Sure, why not?
Well, she just seems out of sorts to me, that's all.
And in what way?
Okay, so you know that scene when she's delivering those lines about wanting to make it in the big city?
Yeah?
I don't think she's acting.
Huh? I mean, it is what we do here, Brittany.
I mean, of course she's acting, it just seems awfully real to her. Meaning, I've seen a lot of plays and a lot of actors, and I've developed this sixth sense about people. Intuition, you know?
So what's your gut telling you?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out at the cast party tomorrow night after our show. Well, that scene's a wrap. Why don't we head to the green room? I could use a few carbs myself.
Grateful chorus rain.
Okay, everyone, our last matinee. Bring it in. Let's go, let's go. Oh, I know, you're all tired, underpaid, and overworked. I get it. Welcome to the club. Some of us stayed out way too late last night, I think, Murray.
Coffee. I just need more coffee. Hey, anybody ever tell you talk way too loud?
Hey, was it a full house last night?
Yes, it was, and we're sold out for tonight as well, so way to go, everyone.
You guys, I blew it last night. I forgot my line twice. Such an amateur move. Sorry, everyone.
It's okay, you recovered fine, and you'll do great today as well. Luke, get away from that curtain. Speaking of amateur,
Just checking the crowd. You never know with matinees. The weather, Santa Claus parade, Christmas shopping. By the way, Elliot, guy with the Rudolph tie is back. Trying to let that one get to you, eh?
Oh, come on. Don't worry, nothing will rattle you, and we will have fun no matter how many people are out there, right?
all right, guys, it's a new audience and a new show. Let's put our best foot forward and give a great performance, okay? Stay focused and keep the pace moving. Matinee on 3, are you ready? Yes. One, two, matinee!
Christmas! Oh, that's so fair. I was on the phone. You changed the word.
Sorry, next time don't take calls during cast check-ins. Okay, everyone, you've got 15 minutes till curtain. Break a leg out there.
Hey, there, you got a second?
Hey, yeah, Murray, what's up?
Yeah, you doing okay?
Yeah, fine, why?
No particular reason. Sarah, Brittany just seemed to think that you were feeling out of sorts lately.
She did, I wonder why.
It's no business of mine, but she seemed to think that your character and lines were a little honest. Your acting was a little bit too real, maybe.
Isn't that usually a good thing? Hey, maybe I'm more of a thespian than you guys give me credit for.
There you go, joking around again. I mean, I'll be the first to say that you are the best actress this little old theater has ever seen, and I should know I've been here a long time.
Wow, Murray, thank you. That's very kind of you.
It's true, and everyone knows it, too. But I've also worked with Brittany long enough to know that I should trust her intuition. She's a smart one, that girl. And if she suspects that your role's hitting a little too close to home, then my experience tells me that she's probably right.
I think you have a little too much time on your hands. You've got more to worry about than this pretty little thing. I'm probably just homesick. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all it is. Christmas has a way of doing that to all of us. Come on, let's get you to your place, and you go out there and knock them dead again, Sarah.
I will. Thank you, Murray.
From my first Merry Christmas of the season, with every card I address and send, there's a longing that starts and it's pulling my heart home for Christmas again. Give me the candlelight service and the carols. Read me the story of Bethlehem. And though snow is upon I don't care if I'm just home for Christmas again. Let there be mistletoe with lights aglow, the way I recall. You'll leave cookies out for Santa Claus, and I'll eat them all. No, we'll hold hands and we'll thank the Lord together for all of our family and all our friends. And we'll thank Him that He has allowed us to be home for Christmas again. I want the unmistakable Santa pines filling the air. Give me Jimmy Stewart, Judy Garland, and Fred Astaire. Christmas Eve, if the miles stand between us, then close your eyes and we'll just pretend that if wishes come true, next year I'll be with you home for Christmas again. Home for Christmas again.
Well, this is just preposterous. It has now been over 24 hours and the thief still hasn't been apprehended. I demand to see the proprietor of this establishment immediately.
I can understand your frustration, Mr. Harrington, but I'm afraid that Mr. Cromwell still isn't available. Please be assured that our local sheriff is doing his utmost on your behalf.
Am I the only one that finds it strange that we have not seen Mr. Cromwell yet? If there was ever a time to offer some consolation, perhaps, or comment on how fine the lobby decorations are, it's now.
You do have a fine point there, Miss Francis. Why? If anything like this had ever happened to you, wild horses couldn't keep me from being by your side. I mean, I wonder where he could be at a time like this.
I'm sure it's just a simple case of him being terribly busy is all.
I'm sure this is a case of grave incompetency. What a travesty. I can't believe I agreed to your plan. This was all a mistake.
Oh, darling, Crumpets!
I can't believe I agreed to your plan. I told you there was something funny about those two.
And there's only one way to find out. Let's look for some clues.
About the pearls or reason why they're here?
Both. Oh, there is something fishy going on, that's for sure. You smell that, James?
You smell fish?
No. That is the scent of shrouded mystery, ensconced in deception, and coated with intrigue. I call this the case of the Christmas caper in Cache Creek.
That's a whole lot of C's, Miss Francis. I'm not sure we need to call this anything.
Oh, let's win you that steak dinner, James.
Hey, good seeing everyone. Really great emotion. So the sheriff and deputy scene is on next. Cue the stunt team.
Hey, I'm going to the groom room to get some food. Do you want to come?
Yeah, wait up for me. I gotta call my dog sitter and I got a break for the next 2 scenes.
Oh, I could use another cup of coffee.
Cool.
You not gonna join them?
Murray, can I ask you, what do you think that Brittany saw in me that got her so concerned?
That's a hard one, so I'm gonna plead the fifth on this. I know better than to second guess a woman's intuition, Sarah.
Okay, well, what do you see when you look at me then?
Well, that's also treading on dangerous ground. You know that, right? But you're old enough to be my daughter, so let me offer you a little fatherly perspective. I see a young actress brimming with talent and potential, with opportunities pounding on her door.
Thank you.
Wait. And I see a hard worker, consummate professional, and a determined woman with a lot of grit.
Thank you, Murray. That's all very kind, but that's not really giving me what I was looking for.
Wait, and I also see a young woman who's terribly unhappy. And she's doing everything she can to hide and cover up her frustration. No, that's not the word. Rather, her general discontentment with her life. Sarah, you are a gifted and bright young woman, but you seem like it's as if you never stop acting, even when you're not on the stage. It's like you can never stop performing, and you're constantly playing this character that you think we all expect you to be. Does that make sense?
No. Isn't that obvious? It's just that it's I don't even know what to say to that. Do you think the others say they see it too?
Well, I can't answer that, but at my age, working with as many actors as I have, you can kind of see the signs.
Signs? What signs? Can you give me one?
The sign of a person who can't seem to answer the question, is there more to life than this?
Wow. I don't know whether to be insulted or relieved, actually. Thank you, Murray. I can't lie to you. It's very hard to hear you say these things. I feel quite exposed, frankly, but at least I know you care. I thought it was theater. I thought the stage was going to give me purpose and confidence and just plain old happiness. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does. I love it, but it's just so temporary. I come home after a show, and it's not long before I start to worry about the next show, the next gig, the next opportunity. And instead of feeling consumed with hope for my future, instead, I am constantly gripped with worry.
Not exactly what you signed up for, eh?
No, not by a long shot. Did you ever feel this way? Does it get any better?
Sarah, I used to be consumed with everything you just described. You're such a control freak. Till I lost control, came unglued, just about lost everything.
Murray, I'm so sorry I didn't realize, but if I may, yes, that is exactly how I feel. I feel like I have to be in control, and when I'm not, I am on the verge of losing everything. Tell me, what saved you?
Christmas.
What?
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I found faith at Christmas. Just as my life was unraveling around me, the story of Christmas went from this nebulous event in history to the very thing that broke the chains of my worries and fears. It was as if my heart, my very soul was trapped in a cage, and the hope of Christmas flung open the door and set me free. And I've been living free ever since.
I can't even begin to imagine how nice that kind of freedom must feel like.
Well, I'm guessing that you just don't know that the Christmas story really is a story of God setting people free. Here, come join me in the green room. Intermission's almost over, but we got a few quick minutes. Besides, that bowl of green M&Ms needs to be restocked for our divas.
Hey, watch it. I'm one of those divas. Oh, thank you, Murray. You know, you're right about one thing. That's not how I think of Christmas. You know, I can believe that it's more than just Santa and snowmen. And I have to believe there has got to be more to life than this.
Love incarnate, love divine, star and angels gave the sign. Bow to babe on bended knee, the Savior of humanity. Unto us our child is born, he shall reign forevermore. Nowhere, nowhere, come and see what God has done. Nowhere, nowhere, the story of amazing love, the light of the world, given for us. Nowhere. Son of God and Son of Man, there before the world began, born to suffer, born to save, born to raise us from the grave. Christ the everlasting Lord, he shall reign forevermore. Nowhere, nowhere, come and see what God has done. Nowhere, nowhere, the story of amazing love, the light of the world, given for us.
For unto us a son is born, unto us a child is given, and the Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, and we will call him Emmanuel, God with us.
I hold in my hand one of life's simple pleasures, a marshmallow. Marshmallows are fluffy and they're white and they're delicious, I might add. Now, have you ever asked yourself the question, where does a marshmallow come from? Years ago, I was helping a bunch of little kids, 5, 6-year-olds. It was sort of a day hike out into the wilderness. And we were all sitting around a campfire. And I asked that very question to those kids. I said, hey, gang, where do marshmallows come from? And they all kind of looked at each other. They're just 5 years old. And they said, I don't know, Mr. Latham. Where do they come from? I said, I'll tell you where they come from. Marshmallows grow on trees. That's where they come from. Well, they all did what you did. They laughed at me. And that bothered me because I didn't like to be laughed at by 5-year-old children. So I said, well, you'll be sorry. By the end of the day, you'll see. I'll prove that you're wrong. And so as they were out playing some games, I ran on ahead on the pathway that I knew would be taken back to the bus. And along the path, as there were branches and trees, I took bags of marshmallows and I stuck marshmallows on the branches of trees and bushes all along the path on the way back. And then I snuck back to be with the rest of the kids. And then as we headed back to the bus, I let them run on ahead. And sure enough, you heard them come running back to the pack. Mr. Latham, you're not going to believe it. I said, what? They said, we found marshmallow trees. I said, no. They said, yeah. And they had their mouths filled with marshmallows, their pockets filled with marshmallows, and they're eating all these marshmallows. And I said, no, be careful. Don't eat too many. They said, why not? I said, because they're wild marshmallows. That's why. It got me to thinking that sometimes we do the same thing with our lives. It got me to thinking that sometimes we tell ourselves a story about our lives, and then we do everything we can to make our story appear true. We tell ourselves a tale about our lives, and then we do all we can to make everyone around us think that the tale we're telling is actually reality. Can you relate to that? Are you what you appear to be? Are you as happy as you appear? Are you as content as you appear? Are you as successful as you appear? Or are there a few marshmallows on the branches of your life? Maybe you can relate to the young lady in our story this evening. A young lady who's disappointed in her life. Deep down, she looks at herself and she thinks, there's got to be more to my life than this. Maybe as you're sitting here this afternoon, you feel trapped. Now, it should be pointed out that not all cages are made of steel. Not all bars and not all traps are made of steel. Sometimes we can be trapped by our fears. We can be trapped by our fear of what could happen. We're filled with anxiety about what might be around the corner, what might just possibly be around the next bend. Or maybe you're here this afternoon and you're trapped by your frustrations. You're not trapped by what could happen, you're trapped by what has not happened. You're frustrated because of the job that didn't come. You're frustrated because of a relationship that hasn't worked. Or maybe you're here this afternoon and you're not trapped by your fears or your frustrations. For you, it's more about your failures. For you, it's not about what could happen or what has not happened. For you, your biggest trap is what has happened. Your failures, what you did, what you didn't do, what you said, what you didn't say. A moment or moments in your life when you just fell apart. And for the rest of your life, you're haunted by your failures. Whatever it is, whether it be fear, frustration, or failure, as you sit here today, you are not what you appear to be. You're trapped. If that's the case, I've got good news. Did you know that there is a way out of the trap in life, whatever your trap would be? And the answer is found, strangely enough, in Christmas. Now, by Christmas, I don't mean lights, trees covered in lights, or elderly, overweight gentlemen with whiskers who sneak into your house through the chimney, as cute as all that is. Christmas is actually more than that. Christmas is the true story of God coming to earth. Christmas is the true history of God taking on the form of humanity in the man we know as Jesus of Nazareth. And he came to restore us to a relationship with him. He came to set us free from our fears and our failures and our frustrations. He came to reunite you to your purpose. Listen, I've got good news for you. Your intuition that there's more to life than this, your intuition is true. You're right. There is more to your life than what you're experiencing right now. And Jesus came to reconnect you with your purpose. Jesus came to reconnect you with the very reason why you were created. And as I'm about to conclude right now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to actually speak to the God who created you. Here's the even better news. It's no coincidence that you're here tonight. It's not by accident that you're here today. You may think, well, I was brought by my friends or family or my parents or spouse or neighbors coerced me to being here. Oh, no. That's on the surface. But deeper, God sovereignly brought you here today to hear this truth. He wants you to know this fact right now, that he loves you. That he knows your fears, he knows your frustrations, he knows your failures, and he loves you, and he is here right now to deliver you and to set you free. You say, well, what do I have to do? Well, the next step is simple. I'm about to pray a prayer. I'm about to speak to God on your behalf. All you need to do is agree with me in your heart with what I'm about to say. Open your heart and your life to the God who loves you, who created you, who knows you, and who brought you here today. And take that next step in your journey. Invite him to take control of your life. With every head bowed right now, I'm going to encourage everyone in this room right now for the next 45 seconds, a minute, to bow your head, even if it's just out of respect for the people around you. Let's bow our heads together. And would you pray with me? Let's pray together. God, I don't understand everything. I don't understand all the details of how it works. But I come to you right now, and I declare to you that there's got to be more to life than what I'm experiencing. I confess to you that I am filled with fears, frustrations, and God, you know, failures. I admit that to you. And I don't want to live that way anymore. So I invite you to come into my life. Change me from the inside out. Jesus, I accept your gift that you're offering me of forgiveness and new life. I don't know you. I don't understand you completely, but I want to know you. I want to follow you. My heart is open to the truth. Please lead me and guide me into the truth and show me what I should do next to follow you. I give my life to you right now. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Life is busy. Every day we ask questions like, what's happening today? What should I wear? How am I going to fit everything in? But then there are bigger questions like, why am I here? What's my purpose? Where am I heading? Is there more to life than this? These are some of life's big questions, but there's rarely enough time to think them through. That's why Alpha exists. Alpha is a place to explore life's big questions in a safe and open environment. It's a series of sessions where anyone can share their thoughts and opinions and ask questions without feeling judged. When you come to an Alpha, you'll notice that first, there's food. Whether it's a full meal or a light snack, this is the time to get to know each other in a casual setting. Next, you'll watch an Alpha Talk. The talks are created to engage and spark conversation. They explore big issues around faith from a Christian perspective. After the talk is a time for discussion. This is the most essential part of any Alpha. It allows everyone to share their own opinions on the ideas presented in the talks. It's a time for people with different thoughts, beliefs, and experiences to ask honest questions and have open conversation. Every week, there are guests coming for the first time to an Alpha in their community. Alpha is for everyone, regardless of background or beliefs. There's no pressure, no follow-up, and it's completely free to attend. Come and explore life's big questions.
I'm so glad that we could gather on such short notice. The sheriff has wired to say that he has found the pearls and has caught the thief and will be arriving at any moment.
It's about time. It appalls me that it has taken this long in such a small town.
And it appalls me that Mr. Cromwell still isn't here.
I'll never get Christmas off.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, Miss Francis.
Mr. Cromwell, Sheriff Atkinson, what on earth would someone please tell me what's going on?
I'd be happy to. We found these pearls in Mr. Cromwell's possession this morning as he was trying to leave town.
You crook. You thief. How could you sneak into a poor woman's room and steal her family's priceless family heirloom? You are a disgrace, sir.
That may be true, ma'am, but I think it's time I clear up some of the mystery in the case of the Christmas caper in Cache Creek.
Well, whatever do you mean, James?
These pearls do belong to that woman, but her name is not Emma Harrington. Her name is Emma Cromwell.
But that would make her...
That's right. Mr. Cromwell's niece.
But what about her fiancé?
Her fiancé or her brother? That's right. It would appear that Mr. Cromwell, his niece, nephew, and henchman tried to get away with a classic case of insurance scandal. And they would have got away with it too if I hadn't caught dear old uncle here trying to steal money from the cash register early this morning.
Oh, good for you, James, but how did you do it?
Oh, well, Miss Francis, I must confess that I too am not all that I appear to be. I was deputized by the sheriff, but a few days ago when we were tipped off by Officer Templeton here.
You're a police officer? And to think how many times I came to kicking you out of our lobby.
He's an undercover policeman. He's been tailing these two for months now. They have a long history of petty crime in the big city.
Oh, good for you, James. It took you to crack the case. I'm so proud of you.
Mr. Cromwell, how could you?
Line.
How could he possibly forget his one and only line?
How could he possibly forget his one and only?
No, it's, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling do-gooders.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't a few meddling do-gooders.
Take him away, boys, and I don't want to see any of you round these parts ever again, you hear?
I have always wanted to say those words.
Well, there's more drama than this little hotel is likely to ever see again. Fran, I guess with Mr. Cromwell gone, you can pretty much do as you please for Christmas.
You really gonna leave us after Christmas? For good?
Well, I guess I could now, but who's gonna help you two with all the Christmas crowds coming for the holidays? You're gonna need an extra set of hands around here.
But what about all your big dreams?
Oh, the big city ain't going anywhere. Besides, they'll be just as ready for me after Christmas. The holidays are meant to be spent with the ones you love.
Miss Francis, would you like to accompany me for a fine dinner this evening?
Are you asking me out on a date?
I got a steak dinner with your name on it, ma'am. You know, I've always wanted to try big city living.
There's something very special about a Christmas romance. You two have fun. That's okay, I'll lock up. Well, what a day. We won't soon to forget this one. A day that should forever be known as the case of the Christmas caper in Cache Creek.
Great work today, guys. Really, that was amazing. I'm very proud of you guys. You've done a great job. So that show's scene's a wrap. That's another show down. We've got our couple hours break until tonight's show, so you guys get some food and make sure you get some rest.
I'm going to the green room. I swear that she only joins our theater group for the food.
Well, can you blame her? They got fruitcake for us. Come on.
Fruitcake? What is that?
Today.
After all these years, I can't believe how nervous I still get. And you always seem so cool, calm, and collected.
Oh, only on the outside, Murray. Inside, still sweating bullets.
You still sweating about what to do after the show's done?
Yeah, a little. You know, I've spent so many years being defined by my acting that trying to find purpose apart from that is going to be hard.
Oh, you are a fine actress, Sarah. You have a great career ahead of you. Just remember, there's more to life than the applause and the bright lights.
There's more to life than just worrying about the next big thing. Those are good words, Murray. Thank you.
No trouble at all, young lady. Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you. Oh, but I could tell you, I really could go for a big steak right now. Dinner, let's go.
Hear how the heavens ring this holy night of nights. Praise to the newborn King. Welcome the Lord of lights. Into our darkness He has come. He has come. God so loved the world He gave His only Son to save us. This is Christmas. Joy to all the earth and peace for all the God is with us. This is Christmas. See how the shepherds bow before His manger. See wise men journey now to where His star has led. Come and behold Him, Christ the Lord. Christ the Lord. God so loved the world He gave His only Son to save us. This is Christmas. Joy to all the earth and peace for
Let's give a big thank you to our technical and sound and lighting crew way back up in the booth. Thank you, gang. To all of our ushers and greeters and parking lot people, a big thank you to them as well for their excellent work. And for our incredible orchestra, 49 years of excellent live music. Well done. Fantastic. And for our drummer, yes. Our actors and our dancers and our acrobats, fantastic job. Our singers as well. Our soloists. And for the 100 folks who've been standing, and some of them are very elderly, I've been standing in this tree for a couple hours. Let's thank them. Well done. And of course, a big thanks to our worship pastor here at Broadway Church, the man who directed and wrote the script, Phil Swolstra. Well done, Phil. Now, there's one more thing we want to continue a tradition here, but just before we do, let me remind you, if you want to take the next step in your journey of finding the real meaning and purpose of your life, check on that inside flap in our program tonight, our Alpha course. It's a free meal. Come and join us for some free roast beef in January. We'd love to meet you. Take that first step and see if this is something that interests you. I hope to see you in January at our Alpha course. Now, for 49 years, we want to continue a tradition. Let us sing you one more song. Listen, as you're exiting, if you don't own a Bible, we want to give you one for free. You'll see various tables in the lobby. Just walk up and say, hey, I'd like a free Bible. We'd be happy to give you one. Be kind to each other in the parking lot, please. God bless you. Thanks for being here today.